Hey, welcome to another episode of Gravity Garage, episode 23.
Ultimate Gravity Show.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Scott.
I'm D.
Special guest, D.
Special guest.
Everybody's waiting for D. We'll get to him.
Everybody wanted to be a guest, but D's the one that showed up. So
D showed up.
he gets to be on.
Actually,
That's how it works.
I don't know if you saw earlier. I put up a post earlier that said who wants to be on the show tonight because I wanted to have a special guest tonight. I said who wants to be on the show. Everybody post up if they want to be on the show and put up what you want to talk about.
I saw Clayton post on there.
And yeah, Clayton posted. Clayton messaged too. He said he wouldn't be able to make it for shooting time, which is cool. We'll figure it out with him another time. But yeah, D had some topics there that he wanted to talk about, and I was all about that. So we will end up getting to that. I'm just going to go through the motions here to make sure we can share. There we go. So there we go.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't looked outside yet, it's actually snowing.
Yeah, first snowfall.
October
Actually,
27th.
I didn't need to look outside because I have one friend who's been bitching about the snow on Facebook for like 3 hours. He's just been bitching all day. Every 5 minutes, he's got a new post up about it snowing.
Hi, Darren.
It's crazy. It seems to happen every year around this time.
It's unreal.
And I don't know why.
Halloween is ruined.
I don't know. What's with the snow this year? Did we get it last year? Did we get snow last year?
Not really, actually.
No? Alright then.
I actually saw a
Maybe
news
we didn't.
thing about the weather this weekend. It's supposed to be 20 on Saturday.
It's going to go back to 20 on
Yeah,
Saturday.
they're like, it's snowing in northern parts of Toronto, and then it's
Wow.
like, but 20 on Saturday. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Oh, wow.
At least I work Saturday.
You guys shared it?
Yeah, we're on
I don't know
share.
how to do that. I'm new to this.
Just
Oh, sure.
go to share, hit the share button.
Done.
We got a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of viewers popping in. I know everybody's popping on because they want to hear D go off. We will get to it. We figured we'd touch on a few things first before we let D go on our rant.
I'm okay with that. I need to fuel.
Yeah, it's been a couple days since we did a show. I've been working on the video for Halloween, which has been rough because I've been having a lot of technical issues. I did get some stuff though. I managed to get the actual piece of evidence strung along as a video. Maybe I'll share that before we share the episode, and that way people can see the evidence that we caught, which is really cool. And I've started to set up a YouTube page as well, and we now have an email address.
Oh, right.
ultimategravityshow@gmail.com.
Perfect. Yeah, the more likes and all that stuff we get, we're gonna do a bit more social media. We're working on more upgrading our technology here. We're trying to work on a dedicated computer. We're gonna try to get it streamed right to the computer itself.
Yep.
So we can hook up microphones and cameras and all that stuff. So that's being worked on now. And other than that, the other easy stuff that's gonna come is like Twitter, things like that. So that'll be coming at some point in time. But
I was poking around YouTube. There is a live stream feature on there as well.
Right on.
So there is a possibility that we could just do our live streams right from the channel at YouTube and immediately share the links to Facebook, so everybody can just still watch live, and we can still have some interaction. I think that's the catch. I think that's what everybody loves, and that's why everybody tunes in, is because they can actually interact with us live.
Right.
So we might just start having a mix of both. So those of you who are fans will be able to catch some offline content that isn't live, and we'll still be able to do our live shows as well.
Yeah, interaction's key.
It is. It really is. I mean, I have fun just filming whatever we can, but
Yeah.
what have you been up to?
Not much.
No?
Not a whole lot.
I went and saw Dean Brody tonight. at
I
the
was
Usher
just
Center.
going to mention that. You got Dean Brody here.
I do. I got a CD. It was $15 for his CD, and it came with a wristband, so you got to see him do an acoustic performance at the Usher Center, and then after you got to meet him and get an autograph
Right on.
for $15. I mean, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good, actually, yeah.
I mean, granted, he only sang 4 songs.
Wow. Yeah, that's
But what do you want for $15, man? You still get to meet the guy.
Well, that's what happens when
And I have a
musicians
CD.
do malls and stuff like that.
Yep.
They do a short set. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
But that's cool, you got a sign too, so that's not bad.
I'd keep this going, record them for YouTube, and from their phone, don't leave your roots. No, you know what? We don't want to leave the roots. We're not going to leave the roots of the Facebook Live show. We're looking to add more to the show, so having live and offline content as well, so that people can find it. I just figured out how to rip the show onto the computer from Facebook, so now I've been ripping those today and putting them up on YouTube, so people can go on YouTube and find the show, and then I'll have links on YouTube to Facebook. So we're just hoping to form that circle so that we can have more networking and get more people into it. I love interacting with all the people on my Facebook and stuff, because all my friends and stuff join in, or, you know, our friends and
Sure.
sponsors, Steve Barry and
Steve Barry.
and, you know, guy people drop by. But it'd be cool as well if we start picking up like random people that we don't know and they start liking the show.
Right, yeah.
That'd be like the ultimate gratification.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have to say, I love Clayton's enthusiasm towards the show.
Man, he's been popping on all the time. He wants to come down. It was like an almost. He said he couldn't make it, but I think it was like 2 hours away. I think he could have made it from Peterborough, but I know it was a very last minute thing, so he might have some other stuff on his plate. We will get him down though. Maybe we'll figure out after tonight's episode. We'll figure out when our next episode is. Actually, I think we're gonna do a Halloween special.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Halloween special, Halloween night here at the Gravity Garage. Costumes. We're gonna do like handing out candy to the kids, and at some point we will go live and do like a short Halloween special live. Yeah, there we go. His wife had the car work till 9.
You see
So Halloween's not best for everybody to have a guest. I mean, if people want to come by and drop by on the shop, we're gonna have it all done up with Halloween stuff. So we got a bit of a sponsorship going on where animatronics and different decorations are gonna be here at the garage done up to the nines.
I don't know how it's gonna work on Halloween, what we're gonna do, but
We'll figure it
I
out.
think it'll be a more of a freestyle episode sort of deal.
Yeah, kind of like our on location specials where we
Yeah.
did like Juice Jam and Sick Rides and stuff, where we just
Yeah.
kind of selfie sticked an episode. At least we still have Wi-Fi here. Don't be out on the 30th. It's Clown Purge. I've heard that a few times.
I know.
I will
Me too.
fucking murder. I don't care. I'll
Me too.
murder clowns. If they start screwing with people and their families, it's over.
I almost want to go out and hunt clowns on the 30th.
I'm down.
Yeah, I've been hearing more about that too lately. They're now banning clown costumes everywhere.
Yep. The police are saying if they catch anybody an adult in a clown costume out trying to scare people, they will arrest them immediately.
There's the clown car, North Oshawa. They got pulled over. There's 3 of them in the car. They were driving around scaring people. They got pulled over by the cops and arrested.
Wow. Yeah, it's getting crazy.
Bax is down for the clown hunt. Perfect. A backdrop. We've talked about a backdrop. We have one. We've hesitated on pulling trigger using it. I have. But
Well, yeah, but as a backdrop has nothing to do with the show.
nothing to do with the show.
It's for, can I say what? It's for a Jamaican credit card or finance company. So I mean that has nothing to do with the show whatsoever. Although it has a funny patois saying on it.
What was it? If you quint it,
No,
reach.
as you quint, it reach.
As you quint it, reach.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll throw it up one
I
night.
had to ask a couple Jamaican guys what it meant.
Yeah, that was awesome when you told me that. I'm like, so do you know these Jamaican guys? Like, no,
No,
random guys out front of Tim
2
Hortons.
Jamaican guys outside Tim Hortons, and just asked them what it meant.
Clayton wants to see it. Well, show it.
Are you allowed to show it though? I don't know about that.
Yeah, I can do it.
Why not?
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Okay. I don't
Alright,
want you to
you guys entertain.
I don't want you to get in trouble. So
You guys entertain. I'll set it up.
yeah, I was outside Tim Hortons. I saw 2 Jamaican guys talking to each other. Of course, half of it was in patois. So I just said, "Hey, boys, I got a patois saying here. I need to know what it means." And I said, "As you quint it, reach." Apparently, it means as fast as you can blink, it's there. Because I knew reach means to go somewhere.
What the hell is that? No.
Jay's busting it. Oh my god.
We could. I wonder if we could swap that
This
out
is
for
this
something
is
else.
this is absolutely useless for everybody.
Unless you want a
you
Jamaican
cannot-
national.
There's no reason to use this whatsoever, except for just to laugh at it.
I don't know. Like her hand seems really big.
Yeah, he's setting it up right now. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
It's kind of impressive though.
They're not going to be able to see the tagline,
The tagline now.
but they'll get the idea of the backdrop. Okay, let's see how.
Are you gonna be able to fit it back here or what?
Watch the
Oh my god. We're taking things to another level here.
whole nother level. We could use the back and like draw designs on it and shit.
Yeah, just draw caricatures on it.
Yeah.
Do I have to move it?
No, you shouldn't have to move.
Alright.
My only concern is there is we have a toasty. You're all complaining about the snow. We have a nice toasty fire going here.
Yeah.
I'm letting it dwindle down, so it might. Are we ready for this reveal?
Yeah. Are you guys ready? I think everyone's
I don't
ready.
even know if I can spin it around. Hold on.
Do I have to hide here or what?
Nope.
Am I,
Do I have to get out of the way?
And there it is. I don't even think you people can see it.
No.
You might be able to see it's her
cut off at
giant
the top.
hand. No, you can't. Yeah, you can. No, you can't. It's partially. You can see most of it.
Okay, yeah, right. No, we can see it a bit.
Yeah, man.
There it is. What does it say?
I got a lot of LOLs from Clayton.
What does it say?
Yeah, there we go. You
Yeah,
can see it.
Jamaica National
Multi-level.
Building Society.
Wait, what? Oh, so it's like it's almost like a.
It's a money transfer card. I think it's for sending money back to Jamaica. I asked those two Jamaican guys, and he goes, "Oh yeah. That's for like transferring money back to Jamaica, back home."
Mhm.
He goes, "Everybody uses that phrase. As fast as you can blink, it's there." He's referring to the money.
So it's an alternative
Oh,
to Western Union.
They're sending money back to the homeland.
I forgot on Facebook Live. All the text, everything comes out backwards.
Yeah.
I forgot about that completely. Yeah, so you can't really read it, but you can see the picture. It is absolutely ridiculous. Everybody shows you. That's our one rule,
It's
man.
a girl pointing to the credit card.
With a
Says,
giant hand.
Yeah, it says the JN money transfer card is always ready for business.
Guys,
And
sign
then-
up for
It
these.
says your family and friends in Jamaica can, and then it gives a bunch of options, and then at the bottom it says as you quint it reach,
I read.
which is a patois saying.
Amanda asked if I would show my boobs to the camera. That's the one rule I don't have.
No nudity. Facebook.
no
frowns-
titty.
frowns
I
on nudity.
can't have my boobies hanging out. Although, no, you know what? We can't even have females come on the show and show their boobies because Facebook won't like that.
Nope,
We
it
get
won't.
banned.
Maybe we'll do an explicit content YouTube version. No, wait, I think they.
No pun intended.
I don't know.
Or pun intended.
No, because YouTube censors nudity as well.
But it's What is Thursday? Wait, what?
Let's just forget about the nudity thing. That's
Today's
that's
Thursday.
that's a level I don't think I want to go to.
Wait, I'm trying to understand the reference here. But it's Thursday.
Who's this buddy guy?
What does Thursday have to do with boobies?
I have no clue.
It's Titty Thursday.
Tit-
I don't know.
Did you just make that up?
I did. Patent
Titty?
pending.
D looks like a big boob. Oh, Buddy's on.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, thanks, buddy.
We have a lot of viewers tonight. It's perfect. Everybody is waiting for DE to rant on. It is great. I hope you have a lot of stuff planned.
But wouldn't it be great if they watched the entire thing and I didn't say a fucking word?
You can't do that to them. Watch it. Everything's just gonna go.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm gonna have fun.
Titty Thursday. You were right. It is Titty Thursday.
Shit.
Why?
That's as much as you get. I'm not taking my shirt off.
Are we all of a sudden cam girls or something? Is that how it works?
$10 per
Yeah,
minute.
we're cam girls.
Yeah?
Yeah. Touch his hair.
Oh.
And yeah, show your butt to the camera.
Clayton's comment. You're such a heel. Well then,
I'll punch you in the dick if you did.
that's just his excuse for touching a dick.
Yeah, I know, Buddy. If you came on the show, he would wear the Borat.
Borat bathing
song.
suit, yeah, I know.
Bathing suit.
What was that?
You know the oh fuck. Yeah,
What was that again?
Borat.
The what?
Borat.
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 Yeah.
What?
See?
Borat.
Borat.
Huh?
Bo
You just said
Dallas.
Borat.
Borat?
No,
It's the fucking same thing.
Oh, Jake Crawford.
Have you seen
from
the movie?
Calgary.
Yes, many times.
And I'm really surprised he can't pronounce it properly.
He said he doesn't have it.
He keeps
anymore.
saying that's his opening line to everything. Hello, my name is Borat.
My name is Borat.
Yeah, Borat.
No, not Bull Rat. Who's on first?
Oh my
Come on,
God.
Jay.
Oh, he says he doesn't have the bathing suit anymore. What, does your ass eat it?
Oh shit! No, he probably got arrested for wearing it.
Oh man, McRae, you're losing it.
Jake Crawford, shout out from Calgary. I saw a guy at the mall today, I swear to God, looked just like Jake. I was going to take a picture of him, but I thought it might have been really creepy weird. Because I'm like by myself in this crowd to see Dean Brody, and then there's this guy walking by the crowd that looks like Jake. And then you just would have saw me like pull my camera up in the middle of the crowd and take a picture of a guy walking by. It would have been a little stalkerish creeper.
That's when you just yell Jake and then take his picture.
And it the other thing is there was a lot of underage white girls there to see Dean Brody. So I had to be very careful with what I do when I'm by myself with a camera. Because the last thing I need is some trashy Oshawa mom being like, "Yo, you're filming my daughter, you stupid pedophile."
Oh my God, yeah.
Good
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It would happen, you know?
Oh, it's out of
In
control,
Oshawa,
bro.
yes. Yes. Darren's putting a plug in there.
Northside Autosports Pickering, open in 3 weeks, Brock Road. We should go do an at location. You know what, Darren, get in touch with me after the show, because if you message me now, I won't get it, because we're using my phone as a camera. We could maybe do a live episode, maybe during the launch or something.
For what is this again?
He's opening a Northside Autosports in Pickering, which is a
yeah.
chain of automotive places.
Sweet.
And maybe we can come down and do some shooting there. That'd be
Right on.
fantastic.
Not like gun shooting though.
Oh, by the way, as
No.
an aside, the Borat bathing suit,
Yes.
it's called a sling
Yes.
or a mankini.
A mankini.
He
Yes.
said he burned it at Summer Showdown,
Yeah.
which we missed.
It sounds like Darren's in for filming. Yes, yes, yes. He's doing the Daniel Bryan. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I was picturing him in the living room doing this, watching the show. Yes. Yes. The infamous Ultimate Gravity show is going to come to your shop. I can't wait. Have you been, I imagine you've been getting ready like crazy. So you're going to be running both the shop and the restaurant.
He's an entrepreneur.
He is. You're all over the place. You should have like a little pop-up stand for roadie in the shop. This guy's
This
genius.
guy's got the ideas.
Genius. I mean, you could just sit and get your get your exhaust fixed and have roadie at the same time.
What's roadie?
Well, there we go. We're gonna have to interview about what roadie is. It's what's roadie?
Isn't it like
I've never even had it,
Isn't
actually.
it almost like a pita?
I'm assuming. I've never had
Oh,
roadie.
roti. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
I
you're
think
gonna tell me I
that's what
said
it
it
is.
wrong again?
No, I thought you were saying roadie as like a fucking
Like
guy that hauls band members.
Oh,
beer.
Oh,
roadie.
roadie. Like.
And I'm like, I thought it was a person. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck roadie is.
yeah, we don't eat roadies around
Oh,
here.
yeah, the
Oh fuck no.
yeah, the
What
Indian
is that?
stuff, yeah.
and
Yeah,
a
that's
finance
good
company
stuff,
to
yeah.
buy and sell cars. This guy's
Yes,
got to go
and
around.
I know the people that repo those cars.
Perfect. I want to buy my Cavalier.
100. Jay doesn't know how to smoke.
No, I don't speak proper English.
Are we allowed
Yeah.
to smoke on the show? Because like, if I can't smoke and swear, like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
If you want to have a cigarette, go
Yeah, if you
ahead.
want, yeah.
I don't really do anything anymore. when
Yeah.
I'm on tape.
Well, I gotta keep, you know.
I used to vape because big up to Versus E-Juice.
What?
Yeah. So actually, Versus is going to be in Ottawa soon. In November, we're going to go to Canadian Vape Expo in Ottawa. Is happening. I think that's on the 20th of November.
Ottawa, really? You're actually gonna all the way to Ottawa?
No, I'm not going. Versus
Oh.
E-Juice is going there. But yeah, if you're in the Ottawa area, which I don't think any of our audience is, or if you're going that way, just stop by Canadian Vape Expo and see Versus E-Juice. Did you just what?
I did.
How do I fast forward to D's rant? I don't even know. How long have we been on there? Can we,
I don't know.
I don't even know. Can we let D go on
It's up to you, man. I'm you know.
that?
There is no fast forward button on live. There's rewind on Bell 5 TV, however.
Let's set it up here. What do you want to hear D talk about in the automotive industry? Because I mean, I'm sure D has like a ton of stuff he could talk about.
Yeah, why is D so mad in the first place?
I wouldn't say I'm mad. I would say more like I'm frustrated that a good hobby.
Yeah, good job.
A good hobby has ended up being such a shitstorm for people that are coming into it and for the people that have survived different generations of the hobby. You know what I mean?
So
I know you know what I mean.
So you're saying it's a hobby with too much politics now, sort of deal?
Yes and no. I'd say it's people pulling support in their direction and directing hate towards certain, whether it's clubs, shows, individuals, cars, because some people do not like other people's cars for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
My big thing on it is people are Clayton, who's sleeping with who? My big thing on it is anybody that's in the car scene has been in a beginner's position, whether it's a car that they've been working on for 10 years or it's a car they just picked up 10 years down the road of being in the scene. And you can pull up to a show or a meet or whatever and people are gonna criticize, which there's constructive criticism, and then there's destructive criticism, which will cause bullshit. And my thing on it is there's too much negative and too much poison in the scene, and I'm not directing it towards just competitors and people building their cars. I'm directing it towards people that run car shows and people that run car clubs, and I think it's time for a change. Actually, a good post, Sean Kuzak. I know you saw his post about some dude hating on his car. That's the shit that drives me wild, man. People, and that stuff fuels me up. Like, seeing the post that Sean put was basically this guy trash talking his car. Now, Sean's been working on this car for years. He had it, I don't even know how long. I think it was in Jonah's shop for like a month or two or something like that, getting air ride done. Custom air ride at that. And this guy's just chirping. And Sean's response was perfect. It was basically like, you don't know what I have into this car. You don't know how much blood, sweat, and tears has gone into this car. And until you felt that, maybe you should be careful with your criticism and how you word it. You know what I mean? Basically, instead of being like, your car's a piece of shit, be like, hey, I'm not a fan of your car, but nice build.
You know what, though? You know what? That's always been there. That's always been in the scene. There's always been somebody builds a car and another person doesn't like it. That will always be there. It's probably there with the classic guys, Camaro guy watches a Mustang guy build his Mustang, doesn't like the car.
And drives it into a crowd.
But whatever. That's not the problem in the scene.
No.
Because that's going to stick around all the time. The problem in the scene is people trash talking and shit talking other people.
You really
just to bring themselves up higher. That's the problem. So if you want to rant about something, I think you should rant about that. And I don't think you should pull any punches anymore. We're on the Ultimate Gravity Show.
No holds barred.
And you could just go ahead, call people out.
Well,
haters do make you famous.
I'm gonna be careful with my choice of words because I don't want to directly name any names because it's not fair. I mean, then next week we're gonna have a show called the Dick Pic Show, and it's gonna be all about hating on me. So that's cool. Trying to keep a straight face.
No, I'm trying to understand how that's going to work, the reference there. But
we'll fill you in on that. So,
well,
I
think he's referencing somebody that he doesn't want to call out.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to put anybody directly down. I just want to get my point across that people need to just stop. Now, when I started out in this, I'm going to call it a hobby. It is a hobby.
Say it, pussy.
When I started out in this hobby, I drove a fucking, what was my first car when I started in like the Team 24K days? I think it was a Grand Am. Okay?
Oh, that's a piece of shit.
Yeah, Cliff knows all about that.
Sorry.
So
that's it. Sorry, it's not bad. You can do stuff to that.
Well, yeah, you can, but that's what I started out with.
That's a good ride.
Didn't last long.
It's alright. Yeah, that's a good ride.
Clayton's waiting for the pipe bomb, so I think I should just get it out.
Just fucking say what's on your mind, man.
Alright.
You know what? Nobody's gonna come in the Gravity Garage and punch you in the face, so say whatever the fuck you want.
I'm not even worried about that.
So don't worry about it.
Alright, fuck it.
Who's it gonna hurt?
So, anybody that was at Ray Bauma's Sick Rides this past year, in September, I presented an award to Jay, which was the Ray Velge Dedication Award. I censored myself at that show when I was saying what I wanted to say. And the reason why I was censoring myself is because Jay is the one person that I hands down deserve that award. So what happened was I started getting into a little bit of rant about, where Jay's come from, how the scene wouldn't be the way it was, not necessarily negative. I'm talking about like certain shows, and there's a couple Durham shows out there, and just why not? Grassroots and Torque, okay? You've all heard of them, you all know who they are. If it weren't for Jay, those two shows wouldn't happen. Those two shows, basically, Jay closed down XTS, put it on a hiatus until I forced him to bring it back, and those two shows were born. It's not a coincidence, and the problem is there's people that are involved in those shows that try and put the other shows out of business, so to speak. And that's the biggest problem in the scene. The biggest problem is, for a show like mine, which is, a charity car show, trying to raise money for people that need it, or a charity that needs it, or a cause, and doing food drives and all that shit, for you to try and ruin that show 4 years in a row, to try and put that down when we're trying to do something good, just makes you a piece of shit. You come out and you advertise your show, you show up to my show with your flyers, I have you escorted off my property because you're trying to put this show under, and then you're trying to advertise your show. I think it's a little disrespectful. I'm trying to not censor myself, but I am at the same time. You know what I mean?
I don't know why you're doing that.
I don't know either. Basically,
Is it?
I'd like to get some outside info.
Is it bad that car shows are competing with each other? Because really, isn't that like? It's almost like they're trying to run a business.
yes.
I mean, the whole point of that is you're competing with others, right?
Well, that's the thing. To me, a car show, whether it's run by me, whether it's run by Jay, whether it's run by you, whether it's run by Dan Bove or Sam or Leon, whoever, car shows are a way to give people what they want in a car show, or in their hobby, a way to recognize their vehicles, a way to bring a community together, and a way to show a positive way to bring everyone together, rather than just a fucking meet at a Canadian Tire.
So how are they trying? Steve just asked, how are they trying to put each other in business?
Well, this year, you
know what? You know what? These struggling here. So I can tell you, I can answer Steve's question.
I'm getting very heated.
Because D had happened to him what's happened to me for multiple years. Is where you run a charity car show, and then certain people will say, they'll go around and spread the rumor, oh, he's not actually giving the money to charity, he's keeping it for himself. And I had a certain individual from Torque who would go around saying that I wasn't giving the money to charity, but yet Kelly family, those kids got bikes, trips, camping vacations, and there's people that can attest to that they got exactly what we promised we were going to give them, and they got it. But there's other people out there that broke off, say from XTS. You leave the staff, you steal all the sponsors, start your own show, and then put the show you left on blast to try to bring it down. That's what happens. And then now D is experiencing that when he had his show, and there was people going around saying, hey, you never gave the money to Carrera, you just kept it. That's a load of crock. I can tell you that. When everybody used to say, oh, they never give money to sick kids, that's a load of crock. Because there's pictures of them at Sick Kids giving the Sick Kids Foundation an actual envelope of money or a check or whatever they use for their photo. And the whole staff was there, so it's not like it's just one person that doctored the photo. That stuff's actually happening. And the scene itself, you know what? Everybody's treating their car show as a business, that's right. But when the scene as a whole should be working together, everybody, if they would lift each other up, everybody as a whole would thrive more if we all got along and all helped each other out instead of trashing each other or trying to drag somebody's name through the mud in order to make your show better versus somebody else's show have no attendance. In the end, we're almost every show is trying to do something for charity. So most, not all, but you know, if that's what they want to do is help charity, why hold back on that? I mean, like, my daughter had a charity meet this year, and she raised $1,000 for Fort Mac, and took it right to Red Cross.
That's
And
really
it's amazing.
That's awesome.
It was right out of meat. She went around with a bucket. It was fantastic, and that's when everybody came together. Nobody once ever tried to say anything about that because it was a little girl involved.
Right.
If I had went and just took money and put it in a bucket and went to Red Cross, everybody would be like, "Oh no, he didn't actually take the money."
Now, that's not entirely true. I did hear some bullshit. I wasn't even at the meet. I missed that meet because remember I ended up working late. I missed that meet, and I had people messaging me saying so-and-so is talking shit, saying that the money's not actually going to Red Cross. I think you proved that money went to Red Cross. Your daughter donated money to Red Cross, so, well, fuck that. With Sick Rides for Sick Kids, whether it's Ray Bauma's Sick Rides this year or the last 3 years of the show, every year it's been the same shit. Now, the first year, obviously it's a new show, people are going to speculate, I get that. But when we have, you know, certain individuals from other car shows calling Sick Kids Hospital, asking if they've heard of Obsessive Customs, if they've heard of Sick Rides for Sick Kids, and getting an answer of no, well, I'm sorry, but you called a hospital that deals with, you know, ill children and, you know, patients, and they don't worry about that shit. So we made it publicly clear on our page that, or on our event page, that we did have a letter of recognition, I guess, as a charitable organization from Sick Kids Foundation, and we, you know, encourage them to go to Sick Kids Foundation and call Constance Bleeker, I think her name is. She's the events coordinator. Let them know that you're curious about us raising money for them, and she'll set it straight. This year was no different. This year we did it for a local family, and it was the same shit. Money's not going to the family. They're going to pocket money. Dee's pocketing money. Blah blah blah. And you know what? I didn't want to put a car show on this year. To be honest, I'm kind of sick of it. But this year I was like, no, you know what? Before Ray passed away, he made a promise to Alexis and Carrera, who's Alexis's daughter, and I figured what better way to kind of go out with a bang than to have a show in Ray's name for a child that he made a promise to raise money, whatever, you know, however much we could raise is what we donated. Now, obviously, with that comes covering costs, which we had to do. We had sponsors help with some of that. The rest of it was kind of, you know, on me. And basically, when it was all said and done, me and Alexis tried to meet up to get, you know, a common ground of when I can hand her a check. I had a bank draft made in her name to donate to her so she can put it in her account, spend it on whatever she needs to buy for Carrera. And within weeks of the show being done, it was, oh, Dee never donated money. Dee is stealing money. I have no reason to profit off someone donating for a charity. I work 5, sometimes 6 days a week, and I work so that I can have money. I don't hold a car show so that I can make money. Now, the coincidence is the people that are talking that shit about the charity car shows, raising money, the charity events, the charity meets, whatever they are the people that hold shows strictly for profit, strictly to take money from the people in the hobby that come out and support them every year and say, yeah, we're not giving anything back. Or they'll give it to their friends and say that it's a charitable donation. Then the cars come out all fucking done up the next year, which, no coincidence there. But honestly, I think the scene's just falling apart because there's bad apples. And my thing about it, and like I know you don't know a lot about the car scene, but you know, you've been around me and Jay a little bit, and you've kind of gotten...
Scott's been around quite a long time, actually. He pops in here and there.
Yeah, but I mean...
He's been around since I started. So.
But he doesn't know the ins and outs the way we kind of learn them, you know what I mean? Like getting fucking dragged through the mud and all that shit.
You know what, this guy used to rock DRJ on Legal Talent.
I remember that. I remember that. But...
Well,
what shows do that, Darren?
The thing is, it's... not to downplay it, but it's politics is politics, and
Well, that's
you're gonna get that with anything you do.
I'm not saying
There's
every
a lot of people around and a lot of competing interests.
Well, like I'm not saying every show needs to be a charity show, but don't try and put down a good cause for your own selfish gain. Like my show had like 85 cars this year. Now I know Jay was not happy with XTS. I was surprised with my show, but there's a reason when I have a lot of people pulling out of the show or pulling out interest of these shows because they're being persuaded by the wrong people. Now it's one thing to sit there and listen to both sides and be like, oh, you know what, man, maybe I'll come by the show, maybe I won't. But it's another thing to take what everybody else says and believe it instantly. If anybody has any questions about anything to do with Sick Rides for Sick Kids or Ray Bama's Sick Rides or anything to do with the charities we've provided to, send me a message, shoot me an email, maybe call me, whatever. I have no problem answering any of it. My problem is the people that are just butchering the scene. That's the biggest thing. Like, don't hide behind a keyboard and post about, this show's not doing this or these people are stealing money. Like, I remember when you closed down XTS and the people that drifted off and built their own car shows out of experience that you gave them, you basically put their names out there as XTS staff. They went around saying that me and you were stealing money the last year of XTS. I think it was 2011, which, I'm sorry, as a staff member, I really didn't do much because I didn't know what I was doing. It was my first experience being a part of a car show. And then those people are going around being like, oh, XTS extinct, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fuck that shit, man. Like, you sit there and you preach about how good your car show is, but your car show wouldn't be shit without this guy. I'm not taking any credit for that. It all falls on him because he was the one that brought you into XTS. Him and Rick were the ones that brought you in, kind of gave you that experience, the know-how. And then XTS goes on, I'm going to say a hiatus, and suddenly there's another car show. And then suddenly that car show has all these sponsors that XTS used to have. So to me, it's just, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth that the scene's slowly crumbling because of, I'm going to say like maybe 10-20% of the people in the scene are bad apples. Like we had the XTS season closer. Everybody had no problem parking their cars and hanging out and shooting the shit. And then there's that little percentage that had to do fucking burnouts and ruin it for everybody. And I'm telling everybody to write their cars off because you're stupid enough to go drift around a parking lot around other cars. You deserve to write it off. I'm sorry.
Is there a moral to this story?
The moral of the story is that I'm fucking frustrated with the car scene. I'm frustrated, like, there's a lot of good people in the car scene, like good people with their hearts in the right places, their minds in the right places. Like, what's his, Jag from Team Mason's going to fucking SEMA with his Jeep. Bravo, man. I'm actually proud of him for doing that. Darren's opening up a Northside Autosports, which is great. And then there's people that are just sitting back behind their fucking keyboard, chirping everybody in the scene.
Steve's really calling you out hard here. Our sponsor's calling you out really hard. He's asked a few times if you would name who you're referring to about giving money to their friends, saying it was for charity, and then they worked on their car.
It seems like I was just gonna say something like that about that because it seems like everybody is accusing the other person about the same thing as stealing money.
Yeah.
From the show.
Mm-hmm.
I
would say I'm accusing anybody.
You just said you just said somebody was accusing you of doing it.
Yeah.
NJ, and then you just said somebody else was doing it so they could upgrade their car.
Well,
so,
no.
Like everybody's accusing everybody of the same thing.
Now, I wouldn't say I'm accusing anybody. I'm kind of going off what I see. Now, obviously, what you see isn't always what you get, and there's always, a story behind everything. So I'm not jumping the gun and saying that that's specifically what happened. But you hold a show, you raise money for your friends' kids, their cars come out the next year, all done to shit, and then they're doing a GoFundMe page to raise money for a wheelchair. My concern is, where did that money go? You know what I mean? Like, it's not my business, it's not my show. But if you're going to call it a show that's registered with Sick Kids Foundation, has the paperwork, has everything in line, everything's there. We post everything after the show's done about where the money's gone, who we're presenting it to, all that shit. And then you do that. And I didn't even notice that until someone brought it to my attention. So to me, it's like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, they said they're donating money, but really the money didn't go to the kids, it went to whatever. But that's the impression that I get seeing that shit happen. Now, I'm not saying I'm right for thinking that.
There's a better trained mindset. I appreciate that you've gone on a rant, and Scott, I see Scott's point immensely that people feel they're being attacked, and then they turn around and do the exact same attack to those people.
Yeah.
The best philosophy to go by, and I've said this for years, I even said this when Rick was around, before you were involved, I said, worry about your own show, worry about your own club, worry about what you're doing and being inventive to take your business or your show or your club or whatever to a new level, to do new things, inventive things. Don't worry about what everybody else is saying and doing, because if you look forward, you won't worry about who's riding your coattails on the back. Let them follow you, because the more you blaze the trail, the more they have to follow. Just worry about yourself, worry about your show, and worry about whatever it is you're doing. And that probably applies to anything in life. If you're going to follow somebody instead of blazing your own trail, you're going to get stuck in this rut of constantly making accusations you're going to try to bring them down so you can catch up and try to get ahead of them. It's never going to happen. Worry about what you're doing and work together.
That's the thing, man. Like, people need to realize that it's a community, not a stomping ground for those that are higher up. You know what I mean? Like, all the people that are showing up in the scene that are coming in new don't know what to expect. They don't know what the scene used to be like. So now it's like, we need someone that's like, we need to kind of make it clear as a community rather than as individual shows, individual clubs. Everybody needs to kind of work together in a sense to make it friendly, so these people don't come in and be like, well, what the fuck is wrong with these people? What is wrong with, like, oh, this show's talking shit about this show? Like, to me, the show scene's dead for me. I don't want to compete. I don't even want to run one again. That's honesty right there. But I do want to try and make...
But is that ruined because everybody is talking? You're listening to what other people are saying about you, and then you're forming your opinions on other things that are happening that you don't run. It's trying to take this Scott's perspective here. You know what I mean? Things are happening to you, and it's the exact same thing. You're doing the exact same thing, or even me. It gets a big circle of everybody doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, and that's why I basically backed away a lot.
Everybody is still asking who he's talking about.
So these other car shows that you won't name, are these charity shows too? You're saying?
From what I understand, they're not. Okay. It's just a car show. That's how most car shows are, right?
So the ones you're saying are you're inferring that they're taking the money and they're using it on their car. Are these charity shows or no?
Well, no. Like, I mean, the only real car shows that I know that are charity specific, other than mine, is De Silva Racing, which they have a show every year for Sick Kids Foundation as well. Mm-hmm. In Durham, at least, I can't even think of another. Because this year specifically, I kind of backed away from all that shit.
So non-charity car shows, then what would, if they're not donating their excess profits to charity, then what would be acceptable use of that money?
See, that's the thing, is like the shows that aren't advertising as a charity show. I mean, to me, if I'm not saying I'm raising money for charity A, I'd be holding a car show as anybody else would, and the profits to me would be for next year's show, so that I'm not running around trying to scrap together whatever I can afford to make the show happen like this year. But I mean, my thing is I've always wanted to try and keep it charity based, and that was like the goal between me, Ray, and Chubby with the Sick Rides for Sick Kids. We chose to do it because we had friends that were, their kids were in and out of Sick Kids Hospital, or we knew people that had spent most of their life in Sick Kids Hospital. So to me, that's what the dream was. But like, it just seemed like so much work to prove to everybody, not that we had to, but to prove to everybody that the show was actually donating money or donating food or donating toys. Because like this year we donated the food to Seventh-day Adventist, and we donated whatever we had after we evened out to, what the fuck is that? Alexis and Carrera.
Right.
So like for the car shows that don't advertise, yeah, we know we're doing a car show for this charity. That's fine. Like I'm just, it's the people that don't host a charity show that want to sit there and try and crush something that's for good. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to do something good, and that's what I get.
I think, yeah.
But I agree with what
I
you're
think you're saying. What you're saying is like you feel like the people that are doing charity shows are getting attacked by the people that don't do charity shows.
Yeah.
To me, in my mindset, I could care less whether you do a charity show or not.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's always been a case of sticking to your word type thing.
Yeah.
I do what I put out there to do. Whether people talk bad about it or not and say I don't give to charity or I do give out charity when I say I'm going to do it. If I host a show and I don't say it's attached to a charity, guess what? It's not. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't.
And I've worked with profile people in the industry that make it very well known that, that show is their business. It helps put food on his family's table. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because that's what he's doing. But he will assist when he decides, like if he wants to do a charity car wash or anything like that, that's what it is. So, let's see. So your show is better because you give to sick kids and not directly to a family?
No, I gave to a family this year. Last year I
There's
went to a food bank. And I'm not saying that car shows are better than the other because one gives to a charity. I'm saying the car shows that don't give to charity, never have, shouldn't be out there trying to ruin the shows that are trying to do a good thing and just basically put an assumption out there that D's stealing money, so-and-so stealing money, the show, like...
Okay, so
That's my
I'm trying to get to the root of this. Your problem really isn't with a show, say, raising money for a family.
Not at all.
The problem is, even though it's a non-charity show, never claimed to be a charity show, let's take, you know what, I'll call it out. Let's just say, Torque, for instance. They've never claimed to be a charity show. They've raised money for families who have needed money. Your problem is that you think that show is attacking you or saying something bad about you because you're a charity show and saying that you're not doing what you're saying you're doing.
Correct.
Okay.
Now,
take it easy, Steve Barry.
now my uncle had a really, really good point. Whatever happened to the love of cars and enjoying everyone's rides? I agree with that. And that's not necessarily the problem. Like people are always, like Jay said, people are always going to trash talk. Like what Sean went through, like people are always going to pull that shit. My problem is like there's too much in politics. There's too much that one car show badmouths the next, one car club badmouths the next. You know what I mean? Like it's not just a car show thing. It's car clubs too. Car clubs are, I mean, somebody's going to say it. Somebody's going to say it. I know someone's going to say it. But of all people to talk about car clubs, I should know. As sad as it is to say.
Okay. So
but it's just a matter of it's the shit needs to stop. Everyone just kind of needs to push the negativity aside. Like I have no problem with what Torque does. I have no problem with what Grassroots does. I have no problem with Summer Showdown. I have no problem with any of the shows Carlos ever hosted. I have no problems with any of the shows. My problem is what's the point of going out of your way to try and ruin something someone else is doing? That's all I'm trying to get out there. And I'm not trying to fucking go on like I've created quite a stir and I'm told to stop talking.
You have created quite a stir, but at the same time, you have hit the record for most viewers on the show live at one time.
Controversy creates cash. Eric Bischoff.
But there is a lot of people that are, there's definitely a lot of people tuned in. A lot of people want more answers. But I think the point of the matter is that for those that tuned in kind of halfway through the rant, I think the point is that we need to reset everybody's mindset and stop. It needs to stop. Even here or out there, anybody else any one single person or a whole community. Everybody just needs to stop bickering at each other, getting political, dragging each other down. We all need to work together. And I'm a firm believer in that. And I'm a firm believer that this scene, I mean, it wasn't like this huge glorious scene like 10, 15 years ago, but it was a hell of a lot better when everybody worked together 10 years ago. And I think that's what we need to get back to. I'm not saying we all need to like join forces and do one giant big show or anything like that.
Team car show.
Everybody do what you want to do, but like I said earlier, keep the focus on what you want to do, not what everybody else is doing. And help each other out. I think that's the moral. I mean, we don't sit here on the Ultimate Gravity Show and trash other people's Facebook Live feeds.
No.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So and I would only want to see other people's Facebook Live feeds be awesome.
But see, the problem is that I don't know how many car shows that Durham region can support. I mean, there's only so many tuners, right?
Yeah, but it keeps growing.
Durham region.
It keeps growing as people
Sure,
get their licenses.
Yeah, it keeps growing, but how many tuners are in Durham region? And how many go out to car clubs?
A lot.
And how many car shows are there run by different people? I mean, I heard during this conversation like 3 or 4 different ones. So, I mean, is there way too much competition or what?
See, that's the thing though, is I don't look at okay, as a competitor, car shows, yeah, it's competition, car to car, whatever. But for a car show to a car show, like from Sick Rides to XTS or Torque or Grassroots, I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I'm not trying to be like, don't go to their show. I don't want them to have good numbers. I'm not about that shit. I want everybody to get okay, this is going to sound very like fucking, I don't know. It's going to sound very gay. Excuse my French. But I want everybody to like respect what everyone else is doing. Like Jay said,
wait, hold on. Stop. You wanted everybody to excuse you saying the word gay as a swear word, but you have been saying fuck all night.
No, I don't want people to think I'm talking like homosexual gay, because I'm not, no.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm just trying to say is...
So you were trying to use the word gay as in happy?
Yeah.
You were really gay, happy?
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm.
Steve had a really good point up here, and I kind of want to address that. Where is it? I'm done here. This is not a scene rant. It was a bash fest. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not bashing Grassroots. I'm not bashing Torque. I'm not bashing anybody. All I'm saying is there's these car shows and car clubs and individuals that aren't part of car clubs or car shows can, like, everyone needs to just kind of stop, think about what they're doing. You're going to a car show to compete. Great. You lose. Everyone's going to bitch about losing. I've seen it too many times. It's fine. But car shows shouldn't be trying to put other car shows out. Car shows shouldn't be trying to put down what other car shows are doing. Car shows should worry about what they're doing. Torque should worry about what Torque's doing. Grassroots should worry about what Torque's doing. We should worry about what we're doing. And that's why, like, I'm not about doing the car show thing. Like, I don't think I could run another car show. I don't think I could do it.
Could it also be partially that you personally don't like, or not, I'm saying you personally don't like, but the people running these shows personally don't like the other people running the shows?
On a personal level.
On a personal level?
You know what? It's very possible. I know, like, I'll say flat out, me and Dan Bove had our little squabble, like, a couple years back. I went to his Torque show, I think it was the second year at Durham College. I think that's what it was. I went there to shake his hand, talk to him, be like, look, man, this shit's not needed, and me and him haven't spoke since. Not to go there and be like, hey, let's be best friends, let's go fucking watch Walking Dead together. Glenn dies, by the way. But it was more like, let's just leave it at this, be civil, everyone kind of does their own thing, and that's it. And that's where I wanted to leave it, because I've been through it all. I've seen things come and go. I've seen car clubs come and go. I've watched, you know, Ray passed away this past year, like 8 months ago. And I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, well, fuck this guy and fuck this guy. Like, I don't care for that. All I'm trying to say is, like, all that shit that stirred up over the last 4 years, specifically with the Sick Ride show, like what I've experienced, what I've seen Jay experience with XTS, there's no point. There's no benefit to telling someone, oh, XTS sucks or Sick Rides for Sick Kids sucks, because realistically, you're just making your show or your cause look bad. and they're going to be like, well, why is this person going out of their way to talk shit, but Sick Rides and XTS or Grassroots or whoever isn't going out of their way to talk shit, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's very observant in the scene. There's social media, there's, you know, everything to keep an eye on what's going on in the scene. And I just think that the bullshit's not necessary, and, like, if someone has a personal problem with me, I don't really care, to be honest with you. My life's going to go on. I don't have a personal problem with anybody that runs another show. I'll be 100% honest, no fingers crossed, no fucking bullshitting. I don't have a problem with anybody that runs another show.
Could you just do me a favor and tell Steve you're not talking about him?
Steve, I'm not talking about you. You're a sponsor of the show. I'm sorry.
Steve, are you copying and pasting your question? You know what? You know, there's things people think that me and Dan Bove hate each other. There's like a love-hate relationship, and Dan Bove has said it before. Dan Bove has said, I will never say anything about Jay that I wouldn't say to his face, and that's true. We poke the shit out of each other. When I see him, the rare time that I see him, we run at each other, we jab at each other, and then we both laugh. And that's the extent of the relationship there. I mean, we don't hang out and stuff, and you know, whatever he says to his friends about me, that's whatever he says to his friends about me. It's not my concern. He's still running Torque, and for the record, I actually do wish Torque all the best, and I want them to continue to succeed. Just the way I want D's show to succeed, I want Grassroots to succeed, Sick Rides, all the shows. I think that as these shows succeed, Durham succeeds. We only used to have one show. Before that, there was only classic shows. The fact that Durham has all these shows now, I love that. I love that there's something here for everybody.
And that's the thing, is it's not about competing. It's about having a variety of different shows.
Steve, you tell me to eat a dick? Why are you telling me to eat a dick?
Well, he has known you for a long time.
I can't see some of the shit that's being
Yeah,
posted.
that's true. Maybe he has a lot of reason to tell me to eat a dick.
You fucking dick eater.
Maybe you confess
You know you're a dirty dick eater.
Did you confess something to Steve that we don't know about?
No.
McCrae, you're a dirty dick eater.
What are we at here for timing?
I don't know, McCrae.
And yeah, sorry, Darren, I'm sorry, I forgot Canadian Automotive Expo, because they are a new show. This was their first year. They actually, you know what? I was actually really impressed that even though there was I think it rained the day or 2 days or something, you actually had a good show. And you know what? I have no problem. I know it sounds like I'm bashing, and Steve, I'm sorry about that, but I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just saying the scene could be a lot better if people kind of, you know, left their opinions behind the desk and just said, look, car shows are car shows. We're all doing the same thing for the same fun of it, the same... All I know is I get excited running a car show. Well, I used to. And I think... there's no screening here. I think the scene needs a savior. I'm not saying it's me. I'm not saying it's Scott.
I don't think it's gonna take me.
I'll save the scene.
No, I think
Can
there's...
you?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
You need a cape.
Okay.
Say the word, I'll do it.
I think
I need you to set up a set of rules.
Done.
the 10 Commandments.
You want me to straighten these fucks out?
10 Commandments. That's the next shirt.
You heard it
on
here
it
first.
Hey, if you want me to straighten these fucks out,
Yep.
I'll straighten these fucks out.
All right. Do
Okay?
it. Done.
Don't make me point in the air like this, okay? Because then you'll fucking see what happens, alright?
You're gonna get it.
This, yeah. You know what that is? You know what this? Like that? That's the elevator push button. Don't make me fucking do that, okay?
Whoa.
I do the circle point. I'll do the elevator push button. Okay? Don't know it. Then I'll do the A-OK sign. Alright? Don't make me get started.
Are you gonna take the time to set up some rules and we can talk about those rules on another show?
Sure.
All right,
I guess
go.
so. I don't know.
Steve
I'm just saying, I mean, you want me to straighten these guys out, I can go. I can do it.
Barry's really heated.
We
Canadian Automotive Expo. I did not know this. Actually, he probably told me. It slipped my mind. Canadian Automotive Expo. I'll give you a plug here. Raised $1,100 to the Humane Society. That bravo to you. That is not a charity that everybody goes to right away, and I'm a huge fan of that. Thank you very much for making that charitable donation and going with that cause. That's huge.
I know Niagara Tuner and Truck Expo does. I think it's a local to what's the area they're in? I think it's
Niagara.
Niagara, I think.
They're called Niagara.
No, but like they donate to the Humane Society in wherever Tom lives around. I don't know.
What did he say?
I've had a long day.
He said, "I don't know where Niagara Tuner and Truck Expo is local to."
Oh,
Not the show.
it's a quandary. I don't know.
Okay, you know what, man? I found a white hair in my beard the other day. Like I haven't been having a good week. All right. But yeah, you know what? Like I said,
It could be the American side of Niagara.
TNT does SPCA.
That's
Could be the American side, yeah.
could be. I don't think it is though.
The American.
Brad Doner's watching.
He's been watching for a while, brother.
I just noticed that. I didn't know.
He probably wants to know when you're gonna come visit.
Me or you?
Both.
Oh. Whenever.
Oh.
So, I apologize to anybody I may have offended, but realistically, it was more of a rant about how shitty things have gotten. And I'm not trying to put anybody out on the spot and badmouth anybody specifically. I'm just trying to make a point that things could be better, and I think everybody needs to. This is like my Jerry's final thought.
Who's Jerry?
Jerry Springer.
Oh.
I just think everyone needs to kind of look at the big picture and look at the fact that we're all just trying to do the same thing, and there's no need for the shit talking. And like the things that I said about another show that Steve keeps going on and on about is
who's P-Stock?
It's that wasn't to like make a point and be like, oh, so and so's doing this, like what's happened to me. I'm just saying these are the things that are being said around the scene. And there's no point in talking about that shit because until you can prove that someone's stealing money or someone's dumping money into their car rather than donating to a charity, or I haven't donated what I said I was going to donate, all that controversy, I think